Thank you for joining today's webinar. Today's topic is how AI works in Business Central. I am Taavi Sadam, Microsoft Business Application Sales Manager in OIXIO. And the second speaker today is my good colleague Rainis Mäemees, who is the Business Central architect. So shortly about today's agenda. I will give an overview about OIXIO Group, and then we will look in high level in Microsoft ecosystem in AI's perspective, and then Rainis take over and go more detail about AI capabilities in Microsoft ERP system called Business Central. So let's start. Firstly, about OIXIO Group. We are operating mainly in Baltics and more also in Germany. We have over 30 plus years experiences our field. Total in group we have 300 plus employees, and through that 30 years we have helped over 1,500 customers, and the group turnover is about 15 million euros. So what is our value proposition to the market? You will see here in the middle the infinity mark and four pillars with our different services, what we are offering to the market. So I will go through each of them, one of them, and giving you an overview. The first one is our advisory team. Basically, our customer journey is starting usually from here. Here we are offering different services, what is business requirements mapping, digitalization roadmaps, and different AI trainings and consultations. And the second big part from our business is the OIXIO IT, or base IT. And there we are covering cloud and server services, office user, IT management, infrastructure, that kind of services are on the table. And the third pillar is OIXIO Digital, what we are representing today. We are one of the biggest Microsoft business applications partner in the Baltics. We are talking different topics, ERP solutions, Baltics HR and payroll solutions. We have a big data and AI team. And the last one, the OIXIO Cyber. I think right now one of the most important topics in the market. We have a very great cyber team, different audits, cyber services, and infrastructure solutions to the market. So this is where we are playing. Our portfolio is quite unique in the market on the service level because basically it's like one-stop shop for the bigger companies where to get all the services and the information from us. So let's move on to the first high-level overview about Microsoft ecosystem in AI perspective. It gives maybe a little bit better understanding when Rainis is going to present, and maybe you will get some new ideas how to handle AI topics in your company. So, but first, let's see some numbers and the latest ones to give some perspective. About 53% of the companies say that they don't have a time and energy to keep up nowadays the work. And at the same time, it means that almost 50% companies are also planning to expand their team, but with digital labor or digital agents in the next 12, 13, 18 months. And the good part, and the same way, there is some risks. Already 80% of the companies, they're saying that their employees already using some AI tools for their everyday work. On the other hand, we know that AI is here, but there is also some problematics or how to say the things where we struggle. It's the first thing is almost 60% of the companies say that it's very hard to measure the value, the AI value to the company in the company. And what we are seeing also in our everyday business is that 99% of the companies they have a challenge of scaling and implementing AI. I'm talking this a little bit later on the slides that how Microsoft handles that kind of problems. So let's move on. Here you will see the one picture, but you don't have to remember here every detail. I point out some most important thing. In the middle, you will see the logo, and this is Microsoft Copilot. And Copilot is generative AI assistant. I think everybody knows nowadays ChatGPT or Gemini. This is the Microsoft generative AI nickname of everything. And the Copilot is living in basically every Microsoft service what you see in the picture. And OIXIO is offering most of the services what are in this picture. And today we are focusing mainly the Microsoft 365 Copilot functionalities and what are in the Business Central, one of the Microsoft ERP system. So this is what we are focusing, and what is the main takeaway from this picture is what gives a little advantage for the Microsoft, maybe other ERP or business application vendors, is that all those services are integrated. So it means that if you are using one of the Dynamics 365 solutions or Power Platform solutions, and you have already Microsoft 365 services also in the company, it can talk each other. You can share the data between each solution. So there is the big difference and give the edge on that matter. So for now, I'm trying to give you a short intro that what kind of copilots or AI solutions Microsoft have. I have layered them in the three parts. And the first one is this AI assistant, the generative AI, and the Copilot. And it's like I mentioned before, it is very similar, like ChatGPT, and Copilot also uses OpenAI models, the latest ChatGPT model. But what is the difference if you start using Copilot in your Microsoft ecosystem? If you have it, then it respects all the data security what you have set up in the company. So you don't have to worry that if you share something with Copilot, it will get out from your tenant. And the same time, the Copilot can access in your data. Is it in the Outlook emails, Microsoft Team messages, or some notes somewhere? It gathers the information. You can search it. So this is this part what makes Copilot different if you start using it in your Microsoft ecosystem. The next part is the Copilots, what are built in some solutions. Example, Dynamics 365 Business Central. These are like more contextual AIs, what makes the solution user life a little bit easier. It can summarize things, can give you better information if you ask it, easier access to the information, etc. And the third one is now there's the hot topic, the agents in business applications. And those are like more end-to-end user process. Basically, you can look it like your digital employees. If you have some task or process what you want to automate, then if you build that kind of agent, it can do the task behalf of you. So Microsoft have built in some agents in Microsoft Solutions, and also Rainis will tell about it from the Business Central perspective. And it's also possible to basically custom build them. And yeah, those two, Rainis will focus more today's presentation and much more. And the last topic from my side is that maybe little help if the company would like to start to using AI in their company, that what will be the right steps that the process will be efficient. And Microsoft have a methodology for that, and there is right steps what you need to take to achieve the goal, and not be that this 99% that where we are ending up that it is very hard to implement the AI solution and the scaling part. So the first one is that you should have a step one is that you should have a team, or the team who is small team who is responsible of that project. You should define the goals, why and what do you want to achieve with that project. Then the next step is the most important from my point of view. This is the secure data and guardrails. It means that you have to set up your Microsoft tenant security protocols, your security roles, that every employee can access the data what he or she should. Because if you activate Copilot licenses for your employees, and you don't have correct ways of setting up their security settings, it means basically the employee can write that please find me all the documents where are the name is employment agreements or payment slips or whatever, so they can access it very fast and very easily. So this is definitely a risk. So it have to be mandatory to look over it. If it's already done in your company, then it's no problem. You don't have to do much more. Then it's the third step is to gather a small group, basically a testing group. You can choose 2-3 people and some process, example, marketing or sales side, where you're going to test that AI solution in your company. Because it's better to get the first feedback from the small group, and you can make some changes and to see is it working or not. Step 4, it's come also quite handy when we are talking about the agents. Then it must be is that there is some rules that who can create those agents in your company and how they are tested. And the last one, the measure and scale up, what is going to context this 99% that quite often the scaling and implementing is problematic, is Microsoft has already built in some evaluation key metrics and adoption kind of tools. So if this model is working or the solution is working with a small group, then you can measure it. You can see is it working. You can change it if not, and then you can implement it to all over the company, and all the employees can start using it. So this is very high level logic explanation of this methodology. But yeah, these are in general that kind of steps. So this is from me everything, and I will give now word to the Rainis, who is going more deeply about Business Central and AI in that matter. And if you have any questions, please, there is a Q&A button up there. Please ask the question and we try to answer as fast as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Taavi, and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Rainis, and our today's webinar topic is AI in Business Central. So first, we're going into machine learning. We will see what is already available in Business Central, how we can build our own models and deploy them, train them easily. Then we are going to look into what agents are already available in Business Central, how they work, how we can use them. Then we will see how we can create new agents, design them, try them out in your own sandbox environment. And to finish our webinar, we're going to look into what is MCP server and what it can do in Business Central and how it can help us in our daily work. So let's start with machine learning, sales and inventory forecast extension, which is one of the most practical ways to bring machine learning into day-to-day planning in Business Central. Goal is straightforward, helps you forecast demand more accurately so you can make better inventory decisions, reducing stockouts and excess inventory. What makes this useful is that it's designed around common business scenarios, understanding demand patterns, spotting trends earlier, and supporting decisions across purchasing and supply chain. You can use forecasting as a consistent input to planning, especially when demand fluctuates seasonally or when you are scaling and historical patterns start to matter more. It's a practical forecasting capability that supports better inventory optimization and more confident planning using the data you already maintain in Business Central. Now let's move to predicting late payments. It's an extension in Business Central designed to help you anticipate which customers are likely to pay late, so your team can act earlier and protect cash flow. Once this extension is enabled, the model analyzes patterns in your sales documents and customer payment behavior to generate predictions. A key point is model quality. Business Central only enables prediction when the underlying model meets a certain quality threshold. In other words, if there isn't enough useful history or data doesn't vary enough to produce reliable results, the model won't activate because inaccurate predictions would do more harm than good. This feature helps your finance teams become more proactive, spotting risk earlier and improving cash flow outcomes with minimal operational overhead. Next is the image analyzer, which is basically image recognition capability integrated into Business Central. Idea is that the images often contain useful business information, but traditionally someone has to look at them and then manually enter or confirm details in the system. Image recognition, Business Central can automatically analyze an image and identify what's in it. That can apply to a lot of day-to-day scenarios, anything from product-related images or other visuals that show up in your business workflow. Image recognition doesn't just make one task faster, it expands what you can automate. It helps reduce manual work and support better decisions by extracting consistent signals from images. So teams spend less time translating what they see into data and more time acting on it. Let's see one use case, how you can use image analyzer in Business Central if you have already enabled it and you are creating a new item on the item list page. You just select the new item, the item description, and when you import this item's picture, the image analyzer will analyze a picture. It will try to figure out what it is, what attributes can you add it from this picture, like color, category. Like in our case, we imported some sofa or couch, so it will be furniture category. And here he found also some colors and what you could add to attributes and etc. Also, you can add those attributes to your item description, construct an item description based on the image analyzer. We talked about automated machine learning. I have made a little demo using bike rental data and how to forecast rentals in certain days in the future based on past rental data, which includes weather data. So we are going to try to forecast how many rentals in the future there can be based on the weather conditions like temperature, wind, etc. So this is the machine learning studio where you can use the automated ML. Here I have imported 2 years of bike rental data. It consists year, month, weekday, temperature, humidity, wind speed, and on the last column there's a count how many rentals were on that day. Then you can start training your models. It will train on multiple models, like 10 or more maybe, and then you can select and see which is the best model it trained on. You can go more in deep and see more technical stuff. I'm not going to show that. So now when I have trained my model and I'm happy with my results, I can deploy it and use it in my external application. Like here, I'm gonna simulate machine-to-machine communication. I will give him some input, day, year, weather data on that day. So I will try to predict how many rentals gonna be on that day. So first we got like a 2000 result. I'm gonna put in greater temperature, like the weather is better, then there should be more rentals. And then we got like 3000 rentals. So basically this model predicts when the temperature rises, the rentals also rise, and etc. More better the weather, more bikes we will rent. So that's it about machine learning. Now let's see what AI agents are currently available in Business Central and are ready to use and what they can do. So agents are AI assistants designed to optimize business process and boost productivity using modern language models. In this session, we will focus on 2 practical paths using built-in agents that come with the Business Central platform and building your own agent that connects to your Business Central data and can be deployed through channels like Teams or even a website. Point is that agents aren't just chat, they are designed to take real work off your plate while still operating under your direction. Think of agents in 3 levels of capability. At level 1, it's a human with an assistant. Each employee gets an AI helper that makes them faster and more efficient. At level 2, agents begin acting like digital colleagues, joining teams and taking on defined tasks with humans directing the work. And at level 3, we get to human-led, agent-operated execution. Humans set the intent and the guardrails, and the agents execute workflows and business process, checking in as needed. Here are a few examples of the kind of built-in capabilities you can already expect from agents in Business Central. Some are conversational, like chat-based help for navigating tasks. Others are embedded directly into workflows, like autofill and document matching. There are also operational accelerators, such as bank account payments matching with invoices, plus summarization features, and many more to come. Let's look at 2 agents that are currently available in Business Central. The sales order agent supports customer-facing workflows. It communicates with customers, reads their requests, sends sales codes, and creates sales orders from codes, which will reduce back and forth with the customer and speeds up the order intake. The payables agent focuses on inbound invoice work. It receives invoices, captures invoice information, and suggests how to register invoices based on preferences and purchase history. Together, these show how agents can sit in the middle of real business process, not just give answers, but actually move work forward. Accounts payable is often the first line of defense against bad data. If invoice capture is inconsistent or error-prone, it can cascade into inaccurate reporting, compliance risk, and time-consuming rework across the organization. This is exactly where an agent can create leverage by improving the consistency and quality of invoice data when it will enter the system. The payable agent solves a decade-old challenge, end-to-end processing of vendor invoices. Processing vendor invoices often create bottlenecks and relies heavily on accounting knowledge when mapping data and business rules to register invoices correctly. To summarize the payables agent, it uses AI to automate the end-to-end process of capturing purchase invoices from vendors and suggesting registration based on purchase history. This is where you start seeing real operational impact, less manual handling, fewer mistakes, and faster cycle times, while still keeping the finance team in control of approvals and outcomes. Now we will have a little video and see in action.
Intelligent automation is becoming part of the everyday experience. The tedious task for handling vendor invoice processing end-to-end is soon a thing of the past with the payables agent in Business Central, the agent that takes the pain out of accounts payable. It's designed to reduce manual work, speed up invoice processing, and give your team more time to focus on what matters most. Let's see it in action. We start by opening the Payables Agent pane and activating the agent. This sets up the automation process for incoming vendor invoices. Next, we select the email account that the agent will monitor. This is typically a shared mailbox where vendor invoices are received. Once we enable this feature, Payables Agent will monitor the designated mailbox for vendor invoices. When an invoice arrives, the Payables Agent automatically drafts a purchase invoice and uses AI and historical data to suggest the vendor, invoice line types, and other information such as dimensions and deferral templates. We open the PDF to verify the invoice details. The agent extracts the data and presents it in a structured format. We review the information and confirm it when everything looks correct. The Payables Agent doesn't post anything automatically and keeps us in control. We can review, accept, or adjust each suggestion before confirming. Once the draft is finalized as a purchase invoice, the agent's role is complete. At that point, the agent supervisor can either send it for approval or proceed directly with posting it, depending on the setup. The Payables Agent in Business Central, smarter invoice processing, fewer errors, and more time for what matters. The Payables Agent is in preview in United States, United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand.
Okay, this was Payable Agent. Now let's move to our second agent, Sales Order Agent. The core of this agent is simple. Customer sends requests the way they naturally do to the email, and the agent helps turn that unstructured input into structured work into the Business Central. Instead of relying on salesperson, spending time reading emails, asking follow-up questions, and manually entering data, it understands what the customer is asking for, pulls out key details, and prepares the transaction so the team can focus on decisions rather than the data entry. The big win is a faster response time with less manual effort, especially when inquiries are high volume or vary a lot in the format. With the Sales Order Agent, sales and customer service teams can process more requests with improved accuracy, even when the input is unstructured or incomplete. You can guide the agent with natural language inputs, which minimizes workflow disruptions and keeps the tasks moving on. Here's what that looks like. The agent receives and analyzes requests coming in through email, and it can filter out irrelevant or malicious content so the team isn't distracted. It can check what's needed to respond, availability, unit of measures, different variants or attributes, so it can process the request correctly. If something is unclear to Sales Order Agent, it can run short back and forth with the customer to clarify details or discuss availability instead of forcing a salesperson to do that manually. Once the request is understood, it can resolve validation issues where possible and create or update the sales code with the right item, pricing, and delivery expectations. From there, it can compose a response email and attach the code in the same email thread, keeping everything connected. And most importantly, this isn't hands-off automation. The agent brings humans into the loop to validate key decisions, and when confirmation happens, it supports converting the code into an order. So the takeaway is it's automating the repetitive and error-prone parts while keeping control and approval where they belong. So let's see it in action.
For small businesses, every order matters. And with limited resources, quickly responding to orders can be challenging. The Sales Order Agent in Dynamics 365 Business Central sets out to change that. Let's say you are a sales manager. You can easily activate the agent right from your Business Central home screen. Once the order intake email address is provided, you are ready to go with no additional configuration required. The agent highlights tasks to be reviewed, and it's easy to see how it's engaging with inbound orders based on the timeline view. If an order email is vague, the agent can correspond with the customer to clarify and takes into account available inventory and any previously flagged customer preferences. The agent does the bulk of the work, and you only need to check the correspondence and sales quote before it's shared with the customer. With the Sales Order Agent in Business Central, customers now get an improved ordering experience and faster delivery, while your sales team can spend their time focusing on expanding the business.
Okay, these were the agents that are currently available in Business Central. You can try them out yourself in your sandboxes first, and if they work how you want, you can add them to your production environment. So now let's look into how we can design and create new agents ourselves. If we have a great idea what we want to create a new agent, how we can do it easily. So there's a new feature in Business Central. It is from I believe version 28 and forward, where you can design proof of concept Business Central agents. You can create agents. Agents have instructions and a view of the Business Central applications or functionality that they can access. So you can assign a profile to an agent like you assign to a user. You can limit its access by giving it permissions, same as a user again. Then you can simulate triggering the agent. So basically manually invoke the agent to run, simulate that it receives an email or whatever. You can troubleshoot the agent if it doesn't reach the accuracy that you expect. You can troubleshoot and go over each instruction and see what it did. You can even understand the consumption, expected billing of your agent. Now this experience is supported only in sandboxes, so you can only design and try out your agent in a sandbox environment. When you have done it, you see it works, you like it, how it works, then you will have to contact your partner. Your partner will take your proof of concept and add it to your custom application, so you can use it in a production environment as well. So let's see a little demo video, how we can design and create new agents. Here you can see we have these avatars on above. There's our payables agent, sales order agent, and there's a new tab, just agent, where you have a create button. When you click on it, here you can choose what you want to do. Microsoft has provided us one example, like sales validation agent, but there's another button, create from scratch. Here you can assign your agent the name, display name. So you will add your agent the profile, role, what it can see, permissions, what data it can access. Then you will have to give your agent instructions. So like you will give it instructions to your colleagues what to do. So it's in natural language. You don't have to put it in some kind of code or something. So I tried to think of one example, which is quite often asked from clients. And one idea that came to me was payment practices agent. What it does, it will just look over all the customers and check their overdue balance, overdue invoices. If customers' overdue balance reaches certain threshold, in my case 5,000, it will block these customers. So here are my agent instructions, what it has to do. You can see it's not like in natural language. It's basically system prompt. Microsoft suggests that you give your agent more structured instructions. You can give them in your natural language as well, but they work better when they have this agent system prompt structure. How you can easily do it, you will take Copilot or ChatGPT chat. You will write your, I say, Copilot, please create me a system prompt for my agent, and then you will just write in your natural language the instructions what the agent should do, and then Copilot will convert it to the system prompt, which is more easily readable for your agent. So in my case, my agent just goes over all the customers, checks their overdue balance. If it's greater than 5,000, it will block the customer for invoices. You can improve this even like if the threshold goes below 5,000, it should unblock it. But in my case, I did it really simple. So here you can test out your agent, you can improve your instructions or change them. Then you can run tests on your agent. And then you will give some input to your agent if you want. In my case, I just told him check overdue balance for all the customers. So will it go through every customer, check their overdue balance, and block them if needed. And then this middle task log tab, you can see and troubleshoot your agent if needed. It takes some time. You have to click the refresh button quite some time to see what it does. In my case, it went to the customers list page and started to go through every customer and check their balance. Okay, yes. So it basically acts like a real person. It can do the same things as the real person, open the page, close the page, use the page actions. So I have already tried it out. I will stop it. Then let's check the customers list page. So here we have 5 customers. 2 of them have overdue balance over 5,000. So this should be blocked for the invoicing. So let's check the trace research. No, it's all good. Yes, it's okay. So School of Fine Art should be blocked for invoicing now. And yes, it is changed it to the blocked invoice. So the Rela Cloud should also be blocked, and the Alpine Ski House should be not blocked. Yes. So it does what we need. So this was only one example what you could do. Here are some more examples what agents you can create. So it could be returning items based on customer emails, handle the item return, create sales, create credit memos, return orders, etc. Could also be used for creating reminders based on customer payment history and having the agent actually go in and actively do adjustments. Could also be preparing vendor payments, where the agent can create payment journal lines and go again in and adjust various things in PC. There's many other tasks that users do on daily basis that are obvious candidates for agents to do. Here were just few examples what agents could do. So if you have an idea what agent create, please you can try it out in your sandbox, and if it works great, then you can contact your partner and let's make it happen. So now let's look into MCP server in Business Central, what this MCP server is and what you can do with it. So what is Model Context Protocol? It's a new protocol, Model Context Protocol, which is an open protocol to standardize how applications can provide context to LLMs and talk to the LLMs. Three concepts that are important in this world. We have hosts, we have clients, and we have servers. Host in MCP is what orchestrates talking to different MCP servers and also interacting with the language model. The client, which could also be called the session. So one server can have a number of sessions open. These are the MCP clients, and they handle all the protocols and talking to the server. And the servers are just the toolboxes. So there are many different servers in Microsoft Word. We can say like Dataverse, and in our case, it's Business Central. These are actual endpoints, the things where you can interact with the system using your agent. The goal of MCP server in Business Central is basically to take everything you can do in Business Central and make it available for our AIs and agents. Because over time, we expect more and more tasks to be possible to just automate using AI. So here we have another real life case where you can use this MCP server. One note, it's also in preview still, so you can expect it in like version 28 and forward again. So what I have done, I have just configured my Business Central sandbox with Copilot Studio via MCP server protocol. I haven't wrote a 0-line code. So for now, it's Copilot Studio is the easiest way to try it out. You have this chat window on the right side. In the future, you can publish your agent to Teams or wherever you want. So I try to think of one real life case where you could use this MCP server and your agent. So let's see. So in this right window, you can see hello, I am, yes. So let's say I'm a salesperson, I'm out on the field, I don't have my computer nearby, but I have to create the sales code to my customer quickly, and I don't have any other people in the office that I could call. So let's say I have agent in my teams who I can write, please create me a sales code for a customer school of fine art with items attend desk, one piece, and also add 20% discount to that row and send an email with the code to a customer. So let's see what it does. Yes. Okay, so now it will think a little bit, search for the data. So in the middle, you can see like more technical stuff, what it does, goes through the data in Business Central, searches for the customer. Okay, so if you remember before, we created the payment practice agent. I tried to create a sales code for that customer that it blocked. So our agent told us you can't create a code for this customer because it's blocked. Do you want to unblock it, or we try creating to another quote? So in my case, I just put in the same prompt, but change the customer. So I know this customer isn't blocked. So it should create the sales code to that customer. Okay, it's gonna try again. Okay, it said that the code is created for the customer Alpine Ski House, and it also sent an email with the attached code to our customer. So basically, I will just chat with my agent, please do this or that. So let's check in the Business Central as well. Yes, the sales code was created. With the attendance desk, it also added the discount that I wanted, 20%. And I should have an email also. So our customers should have this email. Yes, it got an email, sales code. And it also has a PDF with the sales code. So basically, you just tell your agents what to do. You don't even have to be at your computer. If you need some information or do some stuff quickly, and you will just write your agent, please do that, or give me information about that customer, and etc. Whatever you will think of. So let's wrap up our webinar. First, we looked into machine learning, what is already available in Business Central, what you can start using, how to build easily your own models. Then we looked into 2 agents that are currently available in Business Central, what they can do. Then we looked into how we can design our own agents and how to create them. Then we looked into the MCP server in Business Central, what you can do with it. And that's it for me. Thank you for listening. And I believe it's now time for questions.
Yeah, thank you, Rainis. We have had some questions, and already most of them I think we have answered. But as you see that the Business Central is quite capable of in AI perspective, and just to finally to say that we are just talked about quite a lot of the agents and built-in agents, but in the Business Central there is a toolkit or the tools to build your custom agents, and this is quite unique, and Microsoft is making great efforts, and there is a lot of changes in every version of Business Central, and this is moving very fast, and if you have interest, then do not hesitate to contact us, and maybe we can do great things together on that matter. So this is all from our side. I hope you get some new thoughts and ideas and new information how to proceed and operate in that world. Thank you, and see you in our other webinars. Goodbye.